I'm reviewing this Beverage refrigerator, and I unfortunately have a number of problems with it, starting with its capacity. The listing specifically says this will hold 130 cans. Well, this shelf right here will hold 5 cans across and 5 deep for 25. This shelf below it will also hold 5 across by 5 deep for 25. So you can get 50 cans across these two shelves. However, this bottom section here, you can't get all the way back because there's refrigeration components in the bottom back there. So you can't get more than about 18 or so cans there. And the shelf on top similarly has components in the way. The control panel, for instance, and then there's some stuff at the back as well. So you can't actually get, you know, the full number of cans. And then this little shelf here, you can only maybe get a dozen or so on. I was really hoping to be able to put 130 cans in here because that's approximately what I pulled out of the old garage fridge that I had. And unfortunately, I had to pull a whole bunch of drinks and put them into another fridge inside the house, taking up a bunch of space there that previously I could have used for other things. So I'm unhappy that it does not actually hold the stated amount that they claim that it will be able to hold. But that's not really the biggest problem. The biggest problem is with the temperature. I've set it to 38 degrees, and this here claims that it's actually currently at 38 degrees. But you may have noticed this thermometer sitting there below it. It's showing 61.7, 61.6. Nope, 61.7. That thermometer has been in there for about 5 hours, and it just does not really get all that cold. I have another thermometer down here at the bottom, and this one is showing about 51 or 52 degrees now. It's a little hard to see in the video. Hopefully I can get that to focus. So this thing does not get anywhere close to its stated temperature. And so for those two main reasons, I've got some real problems with this. The third thing to mention that's also a sort of negative is that the light does not turn on when you open the door. You have to reach up and press this button. And then the light does not turn off when you close the door. So you can have the light always on or always off. And so I guess if you're using this as like a display to display some, I don't know, wine bottles or something else, it might be useful to have. But the light itself is a kind of a useless light. It shines equally out the front of the fridge as it does back towards the things that are in the fridge. And it's this really blue color, so it's not terribly useful at seeing what is down here at the bottom and the back. I've got a lot of light in my garage, so thankfully I can see pretty well. But my concerns with this thing with its temperature, in case you're curious, I plugged it in and turned it on 5 days ago and set it to 38 degrees. And I loaded it up with cold drinks at the time that I took out of a fridge that was getting down to about 36 degrees. And so all of these were cold to begin with. The ambient temperature in this garage is about 80 degrees Fahrenheit, and the old fridge had no problem keeping my drinks at 36 to 37 degrees, both at the top rack and down at the bottom. I suspect the main problem with this fridge is that it does not have a fan inside, and so while the coils at the back might be getting to 38 degrees, that temperature is simply not being able to be pushed around in the fridge because there's no internal fans. So if you're looking for a way to keep wine chilled to an appropriate temperature for wine, then this is actually a pretty good option. But with the configuration that is set up now and the way that it's marketed on the product listing as a drinks fridge for canned drinks like this, it's really not a very good option at all.